Good evening and welcome to round 2 of the SRL Northern Internationals. We're coming to you live from the iconic Manchester Stadium, where two rugby league powerhouses, England and Wales, they're set to reignite their historic rivalry. Both these teams will be eager to build on the performances they put out in the opening round as they vie towards international glory, which is the Rugby League World Cup. The atmosphere here tonight is amazing. It's absolutely electric, with fans from both nations creating a kind of cauldron vibe here. Joining me in the box tonight is none other than my mate Dom Young, who is fresh off of a sensational upset win over the Kangaroos last week in their tour opener. It's fantastic to have you here, Dom, and what a night this game's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely electric here. You can hear the fans buzzing from here, and the summits are friendly, but to these two teams, it's an absolute bloodbath here, and it's a pinnacle. It's rugby league. It's a physical game. We're going to see that here.
Absolutely. It is an international friendly, but there is no friendly feelings here between these two teams. As we see Mobison, he'll get us underway with the first hit up of the game. As we go back down that right-hand side with an offload back inside to Buckley. 2 tackles gone. Both these sides here, they both had some fantastic games over the weekend, but we see Hamilton, he gets eerily close to that sideline, but he just strolls right over it there. Started down a little bit too shallow towards that line. Not a great start for the England side, but it gives Wales a great opportunity, and they get that going through their hooker, Jack Tedesco, as we see Wally Allen with the hit up for Wales. Wales there, they had a great game last week against Ireland. It went down to the wire. It was 30-28 as the full-time score here on SRL TV. I guess this Wales team, they're just going to try and hold on a little bit longer instead of falling off like they did towards the end of that match, leaving it to chance. As we see Punch gets the inside ball. That's a great ball there. 4 tackles gone. As we head back inside, Bennett now, he'll try and barge over the run there. He gets the ball down, I believe. Referee Sonny Tyre is going to send it upstairs just to double check, see what we've got from the bunker. As we see Bennett there, I believe he's got that down. I'm pretty happy with that. I'd like a front on or a side on angle there just to confirm, and that's exactly what we get. Yeah, absolutely. That's ball to ground there. That's perfect. As we're about to see Wales there with the first try of the night. 4 points scored here for Bennett and the Wales team, the Welsh squad. I guess, Dom, 2.5 minutes in, we've got a try. What's your thoughts so far? What have you seen?
Yeah, the Welsh, you might not understand what they're saying, but you could definitely hear them out there. They're ridiculously loud there. Down bars getting absolutely shattered here, and Thompson nails the conversion. Bennett, that's exactly how you want to start the game. Off like that, quick try, get some weight off your shoulders, and you're going to repeat that.
Absolutely. As we get Luke Driscoll here, he's going to kick us off, and I guess that's something we'll talk about here. Luke Driscoll, he's undergone a bit of kicking training over the weekend there. I'm hoping he hasn't gone to the kicking school of Sonny Tyre. Otherwise, his goal kicking career might be short. I believe he's taking over the reins for tonight after getting some extensive practice in. But Jack Tedesco, he'll throw the long ball to the try scorer, Jesse Bennett there, and he'll get taken just over the 20-meter line. Wally Allen, he'll find a gap. He'll run about 20 meters there as we get taken up just onto the halfway line. 2 tackles gone. Wales, they're rumbling downfield at the moment. They're making some good meters. The captain, Jordan Lewis, he'll try and barge us over the 40-meter line. As we head down the left side of the field, Luke Thompson out to Latrell Bolt. Latrell Bolt's starting to kind of pincer in on that sideline there, getting really close there. But he does get to ground. 4 tackles gone. They'll come back to the center of the field. Wally Allen drops the ball, though, from Luke Thompson, and they'll get a lick back there. That is a massive hit on Mike Borsons. Get that into your son. As Daniel Lengo gets a big hit of his own, and he's down the field. He gets past 1. He gets past 2. Daniel Lengo gets us over halfway. 1 tackle gone. The English squad, they're trying to hit back here. Robbo Mobston now, he gets mobbed in defense there. just shy of the 40-meter line. We'll hit the one-up ball there. Daniel Ngo again. He gets the offload to Luke Driscoll. That offload there, that floated a little bit forward there, but must have been backwards out the hands. 3 tackles gone. We're going to head down back the middle of the field, and that is not the right option there. It just appears that they got too close and there was no communication. Wales, now they'll get 7 tackles to get up the other side of the field, and they'll start it off with Jordan Lewis, the captain, getting the first run of the set. They'll get back on the inside to Alan Berkeley. Seems that Wales are adopting a kind of one-out football philosophy here. It works for some teams, but not for others. And as I say that, they do a 2-pass shift here, so maybe they're just going to do the opposite of what I say. Jesse Bennett now, he gets the ball, plays the ball on the 40-meter line, and Daniel Punch, he'll take a hit up over the 30-meter line. 4 tackles gone here. They've made some solid meters here, the Wales team. As Wally Allen, he'll be driven back. There you go, 45 meters gained from this set. A little bit too far out, I believe, for an attacking kick, so they'd probably be looking just to put the bomb up here. Luke Thompson there, he's just jogging. I guess a bit of mind games. Bit of mind games from Luke Thompson there, trying to get in the heads of the English squad. It probably worked. Definitely got in my head. Dom, I guess we'll come to you, mate. What have you got?
Both teams, they play very non-stop footy. There's not many breaks. Lots of stamina, and energy being burned in this game. England, definitely see it for England. They play a lot of,
Oh dear. I mean, we can definitely tell straight from this. They're trying to play the expansive football, trying to get the offloads. It's working for them. As we see Mai Maava, she gets a run here. Tackled just over the 40-meter line. Luke Driscoll's through a gap. He heads back to the middle of the field, tries to get past the fullback Riley Flynn, but can't. He gets dragged down in the tackle. 2 tackles gone. We head the right side of the field. Bontoff to Beckman. Beckman back on the inside to Borsons. That was a bit of an interesting ball there from Beckman back on the inside. But Ngo now, he'll take the ball. He'll get a pass out to Luke Driscoll. 4 tackles gone here. We'll head to the right. We'll go back to the middle of the field. The lack of communication there from Borsons and from Bontoff. Bontoff with the ball takes himself out of last tackle options. The ball will go wide to Crutcher. Crutcher, he'll try and push over himself. He'll get over the line. And we'll have to double check here. I think he's gotten here. Fully. Snicko Balbroa wants to go upstairs, wants to double check. As we see Bontoff there, he's running it hard there. He's pushing. And Mike Borsons is in the way here. I can't quite see this one. It might be the glare from Borson's head there, but I think that's the ball on ground. Yeah, absolutely. That is fantastic run there from the young half, from the half, Cruz Bontoff. That's a fantastic try there. And I believe he was running through the tackle of Jordan Lewis as well. So not exactly a small half or a small fullback you're running through. You're running through a big lock center. So well done. And here we go. Here's a bit of a challenge here for Luke Driscoll, donning the kicking boots for the first time in his career, I believe. Let's see how he goes. Bit of an easy kick, I'd imagine. Whoa.
Oh.
Little bit close to the... I'm not sure I'd say composed, but it was a bit close to the goalpost there. But hey, it went in. Green light came up. 2 points added on to the score. So no complaints from me. As we see now, the scores are locked. 10 minutes gone. 6 all the points, and Luke Thompson to get us back underway with a kick.
You could definitely hear the chants in the crowd. Both England and Wales, they're very passionate. Actually a lot of Welsh football clubs in England, so there's a bit of that rivalry there. It's always been like that. Yeah, so
absolutely. We see Robbo Mobison. Sorry to cut you off, Dom. He makes a break down the middle of the field there. He gets over the 40-meter line, but is driven back as Luke Driscoll now gets the ball and pushes forward towards that halfway line. We'll see if some things have calmed down. We'll go back to you, Dom, but the ball gets passed out the back to absolutely no one. It's going through their hands. Backwards, says the ref. Back to you. Sorry, Dom.
Yeah, and it's all good. Obviously with a big run there, 5th tackle option here. Surprised, I think Ryan Reynolds is at this game. He is donning a Wales jersey as well. Oh!
Yeah, absolutely. No. He definitely was at last week's game, being that it was at the home of Wrexham AFC. But look, as we now get that charge down, that's now put Wales on the offensive. Riley Flynn puts the steps on Cyrus Marks, but he can't get around him. 2 tackles are gone. Tedesco gets the ball to Berkeley. Berkeley with a flat ball to Jesse Bennett. Jesse Bennett there gets wrapped up. He tries barging over, but Wally Allen there with an offload. That's a very interesting offload. I did not like that one bit. But Luke Thompson, he'll crawl towards the line. We get a face ball to Berkeley. Berkeley gets driven backwards there. 5th tackle gone. We've a bit stagnant in that set there once we did get to that 10-meter zone, but we'll head back here. They'll try and put the ball to boot, but that does seem to be a knock-on as Bo Sadler comes up with the lollies.
Scramble defense it's working for both teams, I'll say, and I feel like errors, especially for England, bringing them down a bit, putting more pressure on their shoulders. Driscoll, but it was away there. I want to see a completion, Pro Love. I want to see maybe even a 40-20 from England here.
Absolutely. We're definitely well in range for an English 40-20, but he just steps over the 40-meter line here. It's got good distance and it's got good angle, but he has just stepped over the 40-meter line, so probably a good thing it didn't go out. But Riley Flynn here, he'll get us up over the 20-meter line. Seems to be we're starting to settle into that grind of an SRL game, and that is a massive hit on Cody Ogg, and he just lets him get back up for round 2. That is absolutely fantastic from Daniel Enga, I believe that was, with that hit there. But Jesse Bennett, he'll get a bit of a bump off of his own. He'll get us over the halfway line and an offload to Daniel Punch. 3 tackles gone. We're into English territory. Wally Allen straight through the gap there. There was no one home at B and C defender. They would just come right on through. 4 tackles gone, heading to the left. Bennett to Crimp. Crimp, he'll try and sneak past Ross Buckley, I believe it is. Last tackle here. We head back into the middle of the field. Jordan Lewis there, he's definitely not the recipient of that ball, but he puts the kick down, but it is ruled a knock on. Beckman now, he'll get the ball. England with 7 tackles to get out of their end as they get an offload to Daniel Engo, and Engo, he'll be taken 25 meters out from his own try line.
That was brilliant there from Ross Buckley. He's an English wonder kid. He's in his second season now. Did that excellent wrap tackle to stop that potential try, and look at England now on their 50.
Absolutely. As England now, they get over the halfway line, getting towards their 40-meter line. 4 tackles gone from this English squad. Daniel Engo now. Daniel Engo out on the wing here. Not the usual place you'll see a prop forward, but any run's a good run, I guess you'd say. As we feed the ball out to Ash Kutcher, the number 6. That's a deep kick, and that's way too deep. He's put that into the second row of the stadium here. It's just bounced all the way along the ground and into the stands. 20-meter tap here for England. We'll get the ball out to Daniel Punch, and he'll run up over the 20-meter line here. He gets tackled just shy of the 30-meter line. We'll shift it across to through the halves of Alan Berkeley to Luke Thompson. Thompson will take the hit up. Back on the inside, Latrell Bolt there to Riley Flynn. Flynn out the back to Berkeley. They've lost a bit of ground on that run there. So we see Berkeley now, back to Ogg. Ogg to Garcia. Garcia with the steps on, heads in field, gets an offload to Berkeley as well. Jaden Garcia has been one that's had a good game both this week and last week, and he's come off the heels of a hot mine series. And Cody Ogg, no one at home there. Cody Ogg will score for the Welsh team.
Yeah, one of the quicker second rollers in the league. Cody Ogg just runs and he finds space, he'll take it, he'll grab it. England couldn't catch up. I think the Wales pace getting the England's physicality, I'll say, Pro Love. What do you think of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been a very physical game so far, so I'm just kind of speechless at the moment.
Yeah, I know it's been that one of those games, and the play, the pace that they're running of the ruck, quick. It's really quick. Quicker than average teams. Catching England off guard. They're a stronger team, England. They don't want to play more offload, more heavy style footy. Whereas Wales, they want to go on the counter attack. They want to get as much tackles in as they can. So exciting to see how the other 60 goes.
Absolutely. As we get the underway here, Caleb Jeff, who gets driven back as we see our rotations come on for the first half. We get a bit of a prop change here. As Og now, he'll get the ball and he'll run up over the just shy of the 20-meter line. 2 tackles gone. Alan Berkeley now with the ball. 3 tackles. And for the Wales squad, we've got that prop rotation, as I mentioned. So we'll see Caleb Jeff come onto the field. And I believe it might be Eddie Oliver that's also on the field, actually. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen him just yet. But Latrell Bolt there. He'll be tackled for last tackle. 5 tackles gone, 29 metres made. Bit of a quieter set from the Welsh squad. Wales have done well in defence there to keep them down. But a bit of a short, shallow kick there for Cyrus Marks. And Cyrus Mark, he gets through the line and he absolutely wrong-foots Riley Flynn here. And Cyrus Marks, he'll score with an opportunity here for Luke Driscoll now. He can now level the game with 23 minutes gone on the clock.
Yeah, it's another play. Found space, he'll take it, and it was a bit of a bad kick. Wales out of position. You want to keep that shape, especially when you get the ball. They lost it. They lost that little bit of concentration. England, they can pay. And hopefully, the blue-head James Talmer gets his conversion here.
Absolutely, and he slots that one right over the black dot there. 2 from 2 to start his kicking career. If he keeps going, he'll end up beating my kicking record, which is 100% 3 from 3. So, Luke, if you could stop kicking, that'd be great, mate. That's a record I'd like to keep intact. As we see Luke Thompson now, he'll get us back underway. Been a cracking game so far from both squads as we're a quarter through now. I guess getting that quarter way mark there. Any thoughts or anything so far on the game, or not quite yet?
I was actually going to ask you, how do you think England can beat Wales and Wales can beat England?
Yeah, look, very interesting question. I'm sure it's the $1 million question. How are Wales going to beat England? How are England going to beat Wales? This game's definitely won through your forwards. We kind of saw it last week with Wales v Ireland. The forwards got tired towards the end of the game, and it nearly became their undoing. The forwards are definitely the most important aspect of this side. Both sides, I'd have to say. They've both got relatively strong backlines. So I feel like the battle is in the forwards this evening.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that. I think with England, I think they've got to play a little bit quicker. I think they're playing a little bit too slow. Just letting Wales get in position here. And then,
that is perfect. That is perfect. And he takes it dead.
Oh!
I think he takes it dead. Oh, very lucky call. I'd love to have a look at that one. I think he takes it dead here. But Wales there, they get the rub of the green. They get a 7-tackle set from the 20-meter line. As Caleb Jeff gets the ball inside to Riley Flynn. He'll puts the steps on, I believe it's Robbo Mobston. But gets wrapped up immediately. Luke Thompson gets the ball out to Crimp. Crimp back on the inside here. Goes up the middle of the field. Gets wrapped up by the winger. 2 tackles gone. They're into the English territory. Jack Tedesco with a face ball to Caleb Jeff. Caleb Jeff there. He can't get past the cover defense. Alan Berkeley back on the inside to Riley Flynn. And that's a strong tackle from Luke Driscoll there on Riley Flynn. 4 tackles gone. They'll look to try and get an attacking position. Eddie Oliver now with the run. He gets an offload too. Forget attacking position. Just score the try, I guess. That's a great run from Eddie Oliver. His first interaction of the game. 5 tackles gone. We go out to Latrell Bolt. Latrell Bolt gets the kick away. And... Oh, dear. Oh, that's a bomb try there from Berkeley. But they do get the repeat set. Cyrus Marks tackled in goal. Luke Driscoll now with the drop kick here. With the goal line dropout to be had. He goes for a bit of a long one. Sorry, Dom. Go.
Sorry. Unfortunately, we don't have the captain's challenge in the SRL as of yet. Pretty sure England would have loved to challenge that. Might have came off a Wales. And there, Caleb Jeff, he beats one.
Caleb Jeff on the attack here. Wales, they're coming in hard and fast as we go right to Berkeley. Berkeley to Lewis, but it is a forward pass. That one I'd actually probably agree with there. That did look a little bit flat out their hands, but evidently the touch judge, I believe it's Will Kay on the touchline tonight, he said it's forward, so that's the way we're going. England there with some pressure let off as Mike Borson's now, he gets the fend on and gets up the field. 30 meter line so far. As we get the ball inside, outside play. Actually, no, sorry, that's an inside play to Cyrus Marks. As we get up to over the 40-meter line. Going on the outside here, Kutcher to Bontoff to Buckley. Buckley gets driven laterally back towards the center. Cruz Bontoff now. We'll get it to Nathan Walsh. That's the first of the replacements, the prop rotation replacements for England. I believe our English prop rotation will be Johnny Burgess and Nathan Walsh. But we get the kick downfield, and that's right into the arms of Michael Crimp. As we see now, Lewis now, he'll get the ball and we'll pass it on the inside to Caleb Jeff. Wales now, they're out on the 40-meter line so far, so it's a good position to start their set. As Wally Allen now, he'll drive closer towards the halfway line. They'll pretty much play it on the halfway line for third tackle. Thompson now out to Og. Og there tries to put the footwork on Luke Driscoll, but Luke Driscoll there's not being fooled for a second. 4 tackles gone on the opposition's 40 now. They'll get the ball to Berkeley. Berkeley with a late pass to Riley Flynn. Flynn with some footwork. Flynn's got space. He comes back on the inside, but can't get past Cyrus Marks. Cyrus Marks there with a great tackle there. He didn't make that one. Wales were in to score another try. But again, Luke Thompson there, bit of an interesting last tackle play. He just jogs the ball up to the line. And that's the easiest tackle of Mike Borson's career there, I'd have to say.
Felt like I think Wales overran it. And, Mayama! Big run. I think the Wales might have overran it. He tried to jog a little bit, but done it twice. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, not too sure. But that was a great run from Mayava. She's proven so far to be the in-form winger of this tournament. But Caleb Jeff with an intercept ball, there's no one in front of him. But that is a great charge down from Jack Tedesco, I believe that is. That is some amazing motor you've got there, son, to make that tackle. But Wally Allen now, he'll try and get closer to this English line. Luke Thompson now out to Eddie Oliver. Eddie Oliver, he will run. He's getting over there. He might have just fallen over this try line here. Referee Snicko Brody in some fantastic positioning there to say, no, mate. Back you go. 3 tackles gone. Wally Allen here with the ball. Heading towards the try line here. Back out to the left side. Long ball to Caleb Jeff. Caleb Jeff with the upright tackle there. 5 tackles gone. 51 metres gain. It's a good set from Wales. Luke Thompson with a better last tackle option. He gets the kick out. The ball goes to Cyrus Marks. Cool, calm, and collected for that catch. Eddie Oliver to make the tackle.
I was going to say, with that big run by Caleb Jeff, Mayama, another side step there. No pun intended, there was 3 Lions chasing him. And lucky one of them did grab him, back at him, and they didn't score in that set. So that's how pivotal chasing the ball handler, the ball is big, and how pivotal it is. It stopped a potential 6 points there.
Absolutely. Sorry to cut you off. Ross Buckley there with some amazing footwork to get England into the Welsh territory. Last tackle now, well out of the range of an attacking kick. We'll look Bontoff here just to put us into the corner. And that's Michael Crimp there. He's retreating to catch that ball, and he'll make it up over the 20-meter line. Sorry to cut you off again there, Dom.
It's all good. Yeah, that's just how pivotal those tackles are, and you can see the rivalry, Brett Love, with these two teams. They're hungry. They just want the win. They want the ball in their hands. They want some tackles. They want ups. That's what you come here to watch.
Absolutely. I'll have to get the SRL statisticians to double check this for me. But I do believe that this is the first time that these two squads have actually have gone head to head in the SRL arena. But it is just the generational battle of England and Wales that's come into play here tonight. And they're starting a fierce rivalry that'll continue on for many generations. Last tackle, though, we get to Berkeley. Berkeley gets the one-armed kick out to Cyrus Marks. One-handed kick, I should say. But Cyrus Marks, he gets past one, but Riley Flynn, great cover tackle to stop him in his tracks. We've got 2 minutes till halftime here. The props will come back on the field there, running in a bit of an offside position there, so very lucky there to not get caught out for that one. 2 tackles gone. as we go right. Kutcher back on the inside to Borsons. He'll try and split the G or split the line, whatever you might want to call it there. As Bontoff, he'll get it out to Marks. Marks with the offload to Tyreek Hamilton. 4 tackles gone, just under 60 seconds left of this first half. We're in 40-20 territory. Cruz Bontoff with the big kick. It's got the distance, it's got the angle, and it's a 40-20. That is a fantastic kick.
Oh, brilliant.
Fantastic. That is not the right move there from Riley Flynn to leave it. As we get about 15 or so seconds, England will be on the attack. Mark Borson's now to get us started. Daniel Engo, bit of a miscommunication. This should be the last tackle here. We might get one more. And that is halftime. Both teams will head to the sheds, and we'll see you back for the second 40. And welcome back to SRL TV and the second half of your Wednesday night showdown here at Manchester Stadium. It's all to play here in this all to play for here in the Sterling Clash tonight. We'll take a look at the scoreboard brought to you by our sponsors, TBC Live. The score here is locked at 12-all after an intense first half. Both teams will be eager to seize control as we head into the final 40 minutes. Strap yourselves in, SRL community. It's going to be an epic conclusion to this round 2 international battle. Dom, I guess we've both looked at the stats. We've both watched the same first 40 minutes of football. What have you got for me, mate?
Yeah, it was a very equal outline. However, Caleb Jeff had a 20-minute massive impact at 102 running meters. As you can see with that big run, Latrell Bowles. He's bolting through the England backline there, and it was very equal. I think Wales had 6 errors, England had about 3. And that was a major difference. Possession, 53, 47. So it was a very equal game as Jordan Lewis will take us through around the 42-meter line here. 5th tackle. He goes left. Thompson doesn't jog this time. Actually kicks it. Hamilton, he'll run.
Absolutely. That's a great set to get us underway from the second half here, from the halftime break. As Cruz Bontoff, he'll get through some space here. It's just Riley Flynn left to beat. They're running neck and neck. He'll try and get past him, but Riley Flynn, he'll drag him in here. Cruz Bontoff with a fantastic run down the field. As we get Mario McEnroe, a new Cowboys recruit for season 10. He'll take a run here. As we head back to the middle of the field, lock Mike Borson's here. 4 tackle 4. Aston Kutcher now out to Luke Driscoll, the captain and goal kicker, with a successful 2 from 2 so far for his goal kicking career here in the SRL. As we now go Kutcher now on last tackle, who'll try and drop the ball on the boot late there, but just he drops his lollies on that one there. Just not a very clean kick at all. Wales there with the pressure let off. They'll get an opportunity now to get there, I guess, get into second gear and get up the field.
Yeah, the way it was, they get the ball back on basically half price there. Must have getting their Willis rewards card. Great tackle there. They get the ball on the 10-minute line. Don't have to worry about a grubber. Grubbers are very huge in the SRL, and to let that one go, it's tough on England, but it's a huge result there for Wales.
Absolutely. As we see a bit of an early 40-20 attempt from Latrell Bolt. We saw an imperfect one earlier in the half there, but that one there just didn't quite have the angle at all. But look, that's a great play from them there. You can see the intensity between these two teams is palpable. You can see how much this game means to both sides and the families of both these teams. As Kutcher now, he'll get passed up over the halfway line, and he'll have just Riley Flynn left to beat, but he makes a great tackle there, Flynn. As we now, 3 tackles gone, Borsons gets to a gap, pokes his nose through, but passes the ball back on the inside to Mario McEnroe. 4 tackles gone here. Kutcher to Driscoll. Driscoll now the captain. He's been great tonight so far. He'll get wrapped up for last tackle. As we see Kutcher now with the kick from the 40-meter line. It's a deep kick down to the sideline with Crimp with the ball. He gets past. That's some great footwork there. But he'll be wrapped up by Cyrus Marks here. Jordan Lewis now, the captain himself, taking a bit of a run up. You can kind of see as we get into the second half and start heading towards the end of this game, we can see fitness is going to be a massive role here on who can keep this intensity up for the full 80 minutes. As we see now, the ball spread across to Cody Ogg. Cody Ogg, he'll take a settler run 4, tackle 4. You can kind of see that England have been under the pump here. I guess we'll have to keep watching here for the next 20, 25 minutes or so to see if they can keep their nerves in check and if they can keep Wales at bay. But they are knocking on their door and they're knocking loudly. But that's a great recovery from the English team to stop them from a try. But as a hit off the ball, and Cody Ogg, he'll get the return from them there. Dom, I've done some talking for the last couple of minutes. Just say something.
It's absolutely brilliant. You know, these two teams are considered brothers on the field. They're now taking their brothership to the field. And big hits there. Flynn will step and score.
This is where legends are made. Riley Flynn, he has stepped up in the international field and he has got a wonderful solo try. I don't think we're going to see a replay of that one there, but that footwork was absolutely electric. You can definitely smell what Riley Flynn was cooking there.
Exactly right. And that step, he set him to the shadow rob there, set him to the defender to Narnia, and brilliant. It was a brilliant piece of footwork there, and it's basically untackleable. That's brilliant.
Absolutely. And look, this is an English home game. Don't get that mixed up. But looks into that crowd there. The Welsh fans, they're absolutely roaring with every tackle and tackle break. And the crowd noise there was absolutely insane when Riley Flynn made that break and scored that try. Luke Driscoll now, he'll get us back underway. We're just at that 50-minute mark here, and Wales, they'll lead us 18 points to 12.
Yeah, they're playing at such quick ruck speed. They're eventually going to get tired. But you hear that crowd, and it just gives you that +5 stamina and just pumping the brakes non-stop. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see, Brett Love.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you did leave the commentary box at halftime there to go get a pie from the canteen or from the food stalls, whatever they do call them up here in England. Did you happen to hear what the halftime messages from both coaches were?
I think England want to keep up to the pace of Wales. I think they thought they were a bit slow on the attack, on the defence. A couple of substitutions. They brought Chris Weston on for the English wonder kid, Ross Buckley, and Wales, very similar. They want to keep their ruck speed. They think that's the way they're going to win the game. They think their speed is going to kill them towards the later stages of the game.
My goodness! Oh my goodness! That's do we have some dogs barking here in Manchester? That is a fantastic spear from him. As Cruz Bontoff now, he'll make the most of that distraction and get up the field. Bo Sadler now, he'll take the tackle. 40 meters out, 3 tackles gone. Luke Driscoll now, he'll take the hit up. They're looking to rally from that big hit. Daniel Engo now, out to Mai Ava. Mai, she's been fantastic in this international period. She put on a clinic last week against Scotland, and she's been kept a little bit quiet compared to last week, but still has had a really good game. As we get the grubber kick this time, but O'Hare there in great position to recover it. As we get the offload back to O'Hare. O'Hare's in some space now. He's got so much marks. He's just palmed him off, and he's going to go. He's going to try and take it to the house, but he is wrapped up there on the legs from, I believe that's Mai Ava. I could be wrong. It's very hard to see from up here. But the captain, Jordan Lewis, he'll find some space. Jordan Lewis, he'll try and take it to the try line, but it is caught short. We go down the blind side here, down the short side. Geez, try saying that one quickly. But he is put on his back here. Referee Snicko, bro, just wanting to double check there. You can see the brand of the Dolphins on his arm there, proudly worn there, straight off the back of their grand final appearance in season 9. But as we thought there, he was put on his back. So we're going to go out to the 10-meter line and we'll play the ball for tackle 5. Last tackle. Riley Flynn, he's done it again. He's put the steps on. He's absolutely fooled the defense, and he puts Wales now 2 scores up. 22 points to 12 with a kick to come from Luke Thompson.
Riley Flynn, Mr. Effective right there. The Wales, they love him here. He's an icon. He's a legend. an SRL Ultimate Team comes out, it'll definitely be a Wales icon. And yeah, the fans electric there, buzzing. Why wouldn't they? He puts the Wales in a very comfortable position. I think England are just relying on that one-on-one tackle. You know what I mean? The one-on-one tackle is just not working. I love. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you're right. The one-on-one tackles just don't seem to be working. But look, just to touch back on Riley Flynn, he's absolutely been running the show tonight. It's been an absolute fullback masterclass, and I'm not even just going to say fullback masterclass. It's just been a masterclass in general from the young fullback. As we see now, Wales 24 points to 12. We're a 2-score game as we get in towards the dying moments of the game. There's still plenty of time left in this here. We've got just under half an hour left to play. As we get Luke Thompson now out to Riley Flynn. Flynn goes out to Berkeley. Berkeley now, he'll take the hit. 2 tackles gone. We're over the 40-meter line as we start to creep into the English territory. And Jacob Morrison, he was tiptoeing down the sideline there, but Hannah Hitchens gets the intercept ball, and I believe that's actually who made that tackle earlier that I thought was my. So I do apologize there, Hannah. But Borson's, he'll take it up over the 40-meter line, gets the ball back into Luke Driscoll here. The captain now takes the ball himself and gets up to the 30-meter line and no further. 3 tackles gone as we get out to Mario McEnroe now. He'll now pump his legs forward towards the 20-meter line. This has been a really good attacking set from the English team. They've put the pressure on. A late pass gets the ball out to Tyreek Hamilton, and Hamilton, he's driven backwards. 5 tackles gone. We're just shy of the 20-meter line. We're out of range for an attacking kick. But Boston's, he puts the bomb up. There's no one under it at the moment. But yeah, the tap back to Cyrus Marks. But Cyrus Marks is absolutely mobbed there. Absolutely swarmed.
Yeah, that's the perfect bit of defending there. Tap back's another useful play in the SRL. Results in a lot of tries. The fact that they've defended that pretty well. Cody Ogg, look at the speed on him.
Wrong-footed Cyrus Marks here, and Cody Oggs, he'll take it to the house, and that is a fantastic try, and we now go to 3 scores. That's a second try of the night, actually. I believe that might be for Cody Ogg as well.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Wow. It's a very similar try he scored from his first one. The first one was on the 20-meter line. He just ran through space and scored. This one, he ran through open space, ran about 6. So, Wales there on their feet. England, they're biting their fingernails. They're looking a bit anxious for the final whistle.
Absolutely. And that is just some absolute brilliance there from the Wales team. Right now, they're controlling everything. The pace, the possession so far, and the scoreboard most of all. 30 points to 12. This job is not impossible, and we've seen teams come back from bigger deficits. But there's got to be a time where it just becomes too much. The scoreboard is ticking down. We've got 20 minutes left of play. Luke Driscoll, he kicks it deep. It goes to Alan Berkeley. He'll throw it into the arms of a Robbo Mobberston. And Mobberston now, he'll take us up just shy of the 20-meter line. This is turning into I wouldn't so much say an arm wrestle, but it is definitely a physical battle as Berkeley now, he gets up over the 40-meter line, over the 30. Oh. Wales, they're making waves here, but there was some real clutch English defense there ready for the defensive tackle. That's a bit of a weird thing to say, but anyway, let's just move right past that. Tedesco out of acting half to Riley Flynn. He puts the steps on and he falls over the line. He's got a hat trick. He has got a hat trick here tonight in Manchester. Nico, bro, just award the try. Award good footy, mate. He has fallen over. The tackle from Engo is not enough.
Hey, Pretlove, you know what I said England should work on? Still relying on the one-on-one tackle.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've said a lot since you've said that, so I have absolutely no idea.
They're still relying on that one-on-one tackle, and they're still finding them in the backside, and that's 3 lines, that's 3 letters. Look at that. The green resembles the dragon in the emblem there. They're just flying, they're cruising through this Pretlove. We've got to afford of this. Yeah,
look, definitely not the result I had, but look, there's still plenty of time here on the clock. look, if this is SRL footy, you never count out your opposition, especially when the deficit gets bigger and bigger. They somehow seem to just keep making it come back. And I believe the quote you were looking for, and it was a famous quote from Gus Gould, I believe, it's 3 letters. One word, 3 letters, it's 4 points. It's a trial, something on the matter. You missed out the 4 points part is what I was trying to get
my
to.
Apologies. My apologies.
I think I butchered the quote too, but I was just trying to get across the point that you missed the 4 points part. That's the most important part of that quote. Anyway, that's enough rambling about quotes from Gus Gould. As we see Luke Driscoll now. Big kick down to Riley Flynn. That's not the person I kicked to. He's just been absolutely insane, and he's going to be in the nightmares of Cyrus Marks. He's absolutely terrorized him this afternoon. As Cody Ogg now, another man that's probably going to be number 1 most wanted. I've just got no words left anymore. This Wales team, they're just gone to another level. You'd probably think this was Wrexham AFC on the field. They're just playing that well, but no, it is the Welsh Rugby League team, the Simulation Rugby League team for that matter. Probably should have specified. But look, 5 tackles gone. This is some great space. And that's a North Queensland special there. He's kicked it into the back of his own offside player, and you've got to give England a break somewhere, and that's what they've done. They've given England a leg up to get out of their own half, and they'll kick it to the 30-metre line, and that's where England will start their set.
Yeah, exactly right. And England have been a bit lost since halftime. They came up with a ruck speed, but that hasn't worked out. The one-on-one tackling hasn't worked out either. And I think if you watch the series Top Boy, you would know that the real top boy is the fullback for the Welsh team, Riley Flynn, and he's been putting up a clinic tonight.
Absolutely. As we see Hannah Hitchens there. Sorry to cut you off. That was a great run from Hannah Hitchens to get us up over the 30-metre line, and a big long ball to Ross Buckley, who's returned to the fray in the prop position. I believe he will spend the last 15 or so minutes. Robbo Mobiston now. He'll take us up over the 20-metre line. Last tackle. We're just outside of range of an attacking kick here. Ball goes to Kutcher. He'll put up I guess you call it a bomb. It bounces. It's too deep. It's too far. That's some great chase there from Kutcher there to get to his own kick and get to it with it just going over the dead ball line. That's some fantastic, I guess, that's just fantastic.
Yeah, you gotta applaud that. You know, you're down by 24 points, about 15 minutes to go. Oh, Bennett gives him the big no argue from his shoulder. You got to applaud the effort there from Crutcher. Lewis off the punch. That's by 1.
As we see now, Wally Allen, he'll take a hit up. We're just getting into that final 15-minute phase of this game. As we now see Wales, they'll go left. That's just come out, and that's not great. That's not great. They went for the outside-inside play that's become synonymous with the SRL, but it's just not come off there. The rush defense from the English squad have turned that over, and this game is starting to tick down. 36 points to 12.
Good run there from Cyrus Marks. Just, again, Riley Flynn again. Big tackle. Tackled around the halfway of the field. Cyrus Marks again. What?
Oh, he wrong-foots Riley Flynn. Cyrus Marks, he's sick of getting wrong-footed. He's like, now's my time. The time is now. You can't see me. He's going through. He gets his own 4-pointer from the night, and that's a double for Cyrus Marks. England, they're 20 points down. We've got 13 minutes to go. Are we in for a thriller, Dom? Are we going to have a grandstand finish?
Do they have enough adrenaline in their soul? Look, anything can happen in the SRL. Very excited. Cyrus Marks, he took the first and the third tackle of that set, or maybe the second or the third. Driscoll gets the conversion. I believe he's tied your record, Pretlove.
Sorry, what was that one there, mate? The tech team, I think they're playing some fun and games with your microphone. You were a little bit quiet there.
I was giving you a patch there. I said, is equal your tally? 100%, 3 from 3.
Yeah, look, unfortunately, it's a record that's not mine anymore. But anyway, look, I can kick some more goals. We've got some more games coming up, I'm sure. It's Cruz Bontoff now with the pop-up offload to Robbo Mobiston. Look, it's been a fantastic battle all night between these two teams. Neither of them giving an inch. Obviously, Wales there, they did get the leg up on the scoreboard, but you wouldn't really think it when you're watching the game. Both sides have been just band for band almost. As we see Driscoll now, he'll get us up over the 30-meter line. 3 tackles gone. We're entering the final 10 minutes of play here. Cyrus Marks now, he'll get driven backwards in the tackle. 4 tackles gone. This is some perfect 40-20 football range as we see the ball go back to Ash Kutcher. Ash Kutcher, oh, geez. Oh, no. That's not it. Last tackle, they've lost ground here. That's not great, but Cruz Bontoff, he gets the kick. That's a pretty good kick here. He finds the ground, and Crimp will get the return on this one here.
Oh.
Wow, that's strong. He tries to throw on. Absolutely. It's a brick wall I wouldn't want to run into. Tries to throw the footwork on, but can't make it stick. Luke Thompson now in the center position, standing in the center position, I should say, before that run. Bennett now back on the inside. Bit of an X shape there they ran. Just on the halfway line now. 71 minutes have gone. This game has been nothing less than what we expected. It's been a hard-fought contest. We've seen big hits, we've seen steps, and we've seen some diving tries. This has been fantastic. It's not gone the way of the English squad or the English fans, but geez, this has been some good football for you Wednesday night. Last tackle, Tedesco with the kicking boots. You get it down to Cyrus Marks, and Cyrus Marks, he'll get wrapped up. We'll head to you again here, Dom.
Can you hear that? That's the crowd still kicking about. They're very unlikely situation with a win here, and they're still chanting on their team. That's what you love to see. That's why we play international games. Penalty.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look, it's interesting. We're really late in the game. It's something you probably wouldn't have expected to see from Wales at this point of the game. But look, 73 minutes of a hard-fought clash. Bit of a lapse of concentration there.
Exactly right. And Wales, they unleashed their full tank in the first last 13 minutes. This is where England, they're going to strike quick, they're going to strike fast, and they look very tired out there, Wales. They gave it their all. To score 36 points, you would usually see a team win with that scoreline, so we're going to have to wait and see.
Absolutely. There's been 3 tackles gone. A bit of a line ball there to Mobiston, but we'll continue play. 4 tackles gone, 40 metres out from the try line. We got a couple minutes left to play. Chris Weston now, he'll take it up. 14 metres gain from England here as we look for last tackle. Ball goes back on the infield. Engo, the prop Engo with the kick here. Yeah, okay. Look, I wish you could have done some kicks like that for us over at the Cowboys, but hey, that is a fantastic ankle tap as well. Gee whiz. Cody Ogg now, he'll take the hit up here. As we hit into the final 5 minutes, both teams throwing everything they have at this here. It's not so much all on the line here, but I guess your pride's on the line here. If England can get another try or 2, it'll definitely put some confidence back in their team for them to build up on over next week. But look, 4 tackles gone. Wales here get the ball out to Jacob Morrison. Morrison is driven back. Last tackle. They've done well to repel Wales on this attack on this specific set here. As Jordan Lewis now, he dons the kicking boots. Marva now with the collection. She tries to put the steps on, but does get wrapped up. It looks like everyone's kicking the football today, Dom. We've seen props and locks and wingers. We've seen everyone kicking hookers as well. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I've missed the memo on who's kicking and stuff, but a bit of a pass the parcel on kicking boots today. 3 tackles gone here. Engo now with that tackle, that last hit up. Ross Buckley now back on as a prop, as we mentioned a little bit earlier. 4 tackles gone. They might look to go for a 40-20. It's not a great angle on that one there. Going to pull up a little bit short. Riley Flynn there. arcing run, he gets really close to that touchline.
Maybe the props and second row should continue kicking. But for real, I think when they give the ball to the halves to do a kick and they've sort of just jogged tackle.
Yeah,
Whereas,
I mean, you're throwing them off.
Props, second rows.
You're throwing them off when a prop kicks. Could you imagine like a big Matty Harris kick down the field, or like a Riley Murray kick? Like you just wouldn't expect it at all.
Yeah, look, Matty Harris is absolutely good on him, but I've seen it in training. He could kick burden bombs. I've actually kicked before Pratt Love. Kicked once in my career.
Did it go as bad as your playing career has so far? No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
Actually better than my playing career.
I'm just kidding. As we see, Tariq Hamilton returns that one there into the final 30 seconds here. The Wales team just looking to keep him out. Couple more tackles left, and then they can go home for the night and look towards next week. As we see Engo with the ball, hit off the ball, and Cody Hogg, he was almost through if it wasn't for that ankle tap. We'll have one more play here today, and Daniel Punch on the buzzer. Daniel Punch, he will score. Game is well out of their hands, but Daniel Punch is like, I want my own. Give me my lick. He scores a try on the buzzer, and that'll be Wales 40, England 18, with a kick to come.
Yeah, that was like HGF, like Michael Jordan, like final play of the game, reaches out, puts the ball on the try line. It was a good way to end the match. Wales fans, they're kicking about and rubbing it, and England, they're taking it. That's what we love to see. A bit of banter in the fans, and that'll do it. 42-18, Wales take the win here.
Absolutely, that is fantastic from Wales. Especially to not so much bounce back from last week, but to play for the full 80. That's a problem they had last week, is they didn't play that full 40, and this week they have, and look at what they've managed to put up as a result, 42 points to 18. As we take a quick look through some of these stats, and looking at some of these stats, they're pretty across the board even. 56% possession as opposed to 44%. Completions are around that 20 mark. 20 out of 28 for Wales, 19 out of 25 for England. 6 errors for England, and Wales actually had more errors and more penalties conceded. England with more tackles, 18. That's 181, not 18. 181 tackles, 17 missed as opposed to Wales 12, and line breaks 19 versus 33. So I mean, look, I guess quite some differences. Quite some polarizing figures in there as we take a look at some of these stats here. Again, Big Cyrus Marks, that's a fantastic effort from fullback. 219 run meters, 8 tackles. He did miss 2 of them, but he had a tackle break, 5 line breaks, and 2 tries. So that's a pretty good performance there from Cyrus Marks. Cruz Bontoff and Luke Driscoll up over the 100, just around that 150 run meters and above mark. Bo Sadler, Ash Kutcher, and Daniel Engo all getting over the centuries. My 82 run meters, just shy of a century. 82 run meters, 3 tackles, 3 line breaks. Again, that's a solid performance from a winger. Anything particular in these stats for England you'd like to single out, Dom?
Not particularly. Like looking down the bottom, Chris Weston 10, me, Burgess had 12. For Walsh was a bit low on the bottom compared to, I believe, Wales have about 20s, 30s. Massive drop off from the top.
Actually, what I will do, one thing I will bring up is Nathan Walsh and Johnny Burgess. They've come on for a couple of minutes, 18 minutes total. 18 minutes total they came on for, but they did get 4 tackles, 1 missed for Nathan Walsh, and 7 tackles, none missed for Johnny Burgess. So they've exactly done their job. They've come on the field, they've taken some runs, they've made some tackles. So that's a great job from those 2 there. As we'll come over to the Welsh stats, as we see Jack Tedesco leading the run meters, Alan Berkeley shortly thereafter, we're getting around that 200 run meters. Riley Flynn, Wally Allen, Cody Ogg, Michael Crimp, all up the 100, all up over 150 run meters. Luke Thompson, Jordan Lewis, and Caleb Jeff all up the century, with Jesse Bennett and Adam O'Hare just falling slightly short of that there. But Jack Tedesco, good game from him there. 23 tackles, 1 missed, a kick, 4 try assists. That's pretty fantastic. 4 try assists is huge, especially if you are playing SRL fantasy. Try assists are huge. But looking down the list here, again, overall, it's been a really good game from Wales. They did come out with the chocolates here, 42 points to 18. Dom, did you have any final words for the stats there?
Like I said, it was pretty well stretched from the Wales team there. It was a team effort from Wales, the 42 points. Yeah, Ben scored 3 and Oak scored 2, but it was a team effort, really. And that's it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely no problems. Well, look, that concludes your games here for your Wednesday night. Thank you for tuning into SRL TV. I've been Josh Pretlove, joined in the box with Dom Young. Thank you so much and have a good night.